Merry Kitschmas, everyone. Well, I am very excited about today's cocktail. I'm going to be making a Sazerac cocktail, and I'm going to be using absinthe, or as they say in French, absinthe. I've never made this cocktail, and I've never used this liquor before, so I'm very excited about this. We are at the part where all these cocktails I'm making I've never made before. This is a very simple cocktail to make, but there are a few steps involved. So while the ingredients are simple, you have to pay attention to the steps. Let me first tell you about Sazerac. It's widely regarded as one of America's first cocktails. Born in New Orleans in the early 19th century, Creole apothecary Antoine Peychaud is credited with creating it around 1838, originally mixing his own bitters with French cognac, serving it in an egg cup called a coquetier, a word some say evolved into cocktail. The drink took its name from Peychaud's preferred brandy, Sazerac de Forges et Filles. By the mid-1800s, rye whiskey replaced cognac as the base spirit, reflecting American tastes, and the recipe solidified into a blend of whiskey, sugar, Peychaud bitters, and a rinse of absinthe. In 1873, bartender Léon Lamont introduced absinthe into the mix, giving the cocktail its distinctive herbal edge. Absinthe was later banned in the US in 1912, leading bartenders to substitute absinthe or other anise-flavored liqueurs. Despite these changes, the Sazerac endured, becoming the official cocktail of New Orleans and a symbol of the city's rich drinking culture. Now, I have never tasted a Sazerac, never made a Sazerac, but I only have heard about it referred to in one of Stephen Sondheim's lyrics. So I was always curious what it was. Absinthe, here, or we call it in America absinthe, has a rather storied past. Originating in Switzerland in the late 18th century, it became popular in France during the 19th century, nicknamed La Fée Verte, the green fairy, for its vivid color, and yes, that's verte with an E at the end, because it's feminine. Okay, that's it. For its vivid color and supposed mind-altering effects, made from wormwood, anise, and fennel, absinthe developed a reputation of decadence and danger, blamed for hallucinations and social ills, which led to bans across Europe and the US in the early 20th century. Modern science later debunked many of these myths, and absinthe was legalized again in the United States in 2007. In 2007, wow, disappeared around 1912 and reappeared in 2007. Very interesting. So I am so curious to see what this drink will taste like. So let's get busy, shall we? So the ingredients for this are rye, Peychaud simple syrup or a sugar cube that's been muddled, 1/8 ounce of absinthe, and I'll tell you about that in a second, and a lemon peel. And the process is, as described to me by my buddy Sean, was to muddle the ingredients, most of the ingredients in a glass, pour those ingredients out, then do a swirl of absinthe, discard the unused absinthe, and then to put the ingredients back in. So I'm going to be doing, since I'm making a double, and I don't want this to be incredibly long, I'm going to be doing it here in the glass. And the only part missing is that the absinthe will not go into a chilled glass. Hopefully that'll be fine, and if I like it, I'll make one for myself and follow Sean's directions to the T. But as you can see from one of my other videos, I am improvising a little bit, which is okay when you're making your cocktails for the first time, right? Okay, so we're going to start with, the directions say fill a rocks glass with ice cubes. Here are our cute little mid-century modern rocks glasses, but I'm going to put this in here. Now, the ice will go into the drink in the end, so I'm going to just sort of kind of figure out what that's going to be for those two rocks glasses, which will just fill this up, right? So we add to this 2 ounces of rye, and I need to put my glasses on. I'm wearing my contacts, which is why I don't have my other glasses on. 2 ounces of rye. So this is my old granddad high rye mash bill. Really good rye. I'm sure if you drink rye, you might be thinking this is some sort of rot gut. I don't care. We don't drink rye in this house other than for these videos. But I will say that I have enjoyed using it. So this is 2 ounces of rye. Okay, so I'm going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I develop a taste for rye, I will consider investing in something better. Right, 3 dashes of Peychaud bitters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And muddle the sugar, okay, bitters, add the rye. Oh, I'm not doing this in the order I was supposed to. Oh, I'm sorry. But they're all supposed to be mixed together. Okay, I made my own simple syrup. It's just equal parts sugar and water. And I'm doing 1, and because it's a double, right, 2. Okay, and set that down. And got the rye. It was supposed to go sugar, bitters, rye in that order. Although it's not listed in that order on the ingredients, but I'm fine with that. Since I've never made it before, I doubt I'll be disappointed. So we've mixed that up. And at this point, if you're mixing it in 1 glass, you're going to dump that glass into another glass, right? And I will say that I know how science works. And if you put absinthe into a wet glass, less of it will cling to the glass. So I could quickly wet the glasses, swirl, and dump. So they're slightly wet inside. Okay, now we're going to add 1/8 of an ounce of absinthe. I'm going to kind of eyeball this because what we're basically doing is swirling and dumping. So I'm going to swirl. Oh my goodness. Black licorice. Licorice! Licorice! Black sweet licorice! Black sweet licorice! Try some! Or does it have some? That's from a mall, The Night Visitors. Hi Manny, if you're watching. Loved you in that when we were 100 years younger. There we go. Into the other one. Swirl and dump. Right. Oh, that's going to be so loud. Now, pour the mixture into the now coated glass. Give it another stir. And I'm going to strain it first. It's about equal. And then add my ice on top of that. And then I've got my already cut lemon rind. You rim the glass with lemon peel, like so, and leave in the glass. And I'm gonna go ahead and just twist this. This is a little bit thicker. I cut this with a paring knife, so it's a little bit thicker than I used with the peeler, which is good if you want to have, if you want it to express oil, you want a slightly thicker slice. Oh, lovely. And there are the finished. Let's call in Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob! Well, hi.
Well, hi, I'm having a devil of a time in the other room.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a stink bug loose.
Oh no, that's the time of the season, isn't it? They get inside the house, they fly all around, they go. They don't bite or anything like that. It's not dangerous.
But they do stink.
They do, especially
Thus the name.
if you vacuum them. They get into the vacuum cleaner and they release that smell. What is it? Cilantro. They smell like cilantro. And if you don't like cilantro, it's disgusting.
I do like cilantro, and I don't vacuum, so.
Speaking of things we may or may not like,
Yes?
this
What is it?
Sazerac. Ooh. Sazerac. I want more of the absinthe flavor in it.
What flavor is absinthe? I taste a lot of rye.
Yeah,
All right.
right? That is just a little bit. I'm just going to put a tiny, tiny, tiny bit.
Steady on.
Look, folks. There. You want some?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a far cry from the way I make drinks.
Right? And then there you go.
Open booze poured in glass.
I couldn't taste the absinthe. I could taste everything else, the lemon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's it's very bourbon forward, or rye whiskey
Yes,
forward. Yeah,
but it's very
Yeah.
aromatic.
very aromatic. Ooh, that's good.
I've made a Sazerac before.
You have?
Yes. In what year was it when we did the Star Wars Kitschmas? We made a Sarlacc Sazerac.
Oh my gosh, did you use absinthe?
I doubt it. I don't think I've ever had absinthe in my whole life.
Me neither.
I'm scared of it because of our training in opera. I don't want to become a Parisian bohemian.
Yes, they used to. The very common way to drink absinthe is to
Chug it?
no, to put it over.
Oh wait, I have had absinthe.
When?
At the museum, when they did something, they poured it over a sugar cube.
Yes, yes. So I actually, when I bought this bottle, it came with a special spoon
Yes.
that you put over the top. It's flat, but it's decorative.
Yes.
You put a sugar cube on top. You put the absinthe in first, and then you pour water. And I'm assuming it must be hot or warm water on top of that to dissolve the sugar cube, and then you drink it. So it's this liquor and sugar.
Let's do that tomorrow.
Oh well, okay.
Why not? All right, yeah, I'll give this a 1 because anyone that comes to our house and presented with Sazerac is going to be very impressed with our highfalutin
One
ways.
Screaming Husband, lovely. And now I would recommend that you, if you're interested in this, to play around with your preferred taste of absinthe, because our first taste, it was completely absent from absinthe. You couldn't even taste it at all. But just putting just a little bit in, I would maybe leave in a little bit more. I prefer a little bit more, just because that wonderful little new flavor to the rye, which was dominant in the drink of the first, to the first taste.
Now, is that giant bottle of absinthe going to be in our cupboard for the next 25 years?
You know, I have decided that are you ready?
Yeah.
I have decided that I have so much enjoyed making these cocktails that I am going to continue to make these cocktails. I'm going to write them down on a little card and sort of get really, really proficient at them for our guests, and then sort of expand my repertoire of cocktails.
On film?
No,
Perhaps
no,
year-round?
No.
I'm just throwing ideas out.
Folks, trust me. Go to YouTube and do a search for bartending videos. There are a million of them, and they're all better produced than I am, with microphones that aren't in the iPhone that reflect all the noise in the room. That's what I sort of got when I started looking at this and started doing this. I started looking at bartending videos. There are some very, very well produced bartending videos out there. They're not as engaging as I am.
There may be a million, but there's only one you.
But I don't need to add to the repertoire of bartending videos.
I'll work on them.
And if you really want to check out some really interesting bartending videos or some cocktails, go to records_on-the-rocks on Instagram, and Sean has a vast repertoire of cocktails that he's matched with really cool vinyl records. And Sean has like an amazing taste in music. So you can see them, you can listen to it, and you can see the notes of what it is, why he matched it up with that. It's really interesting, very novel, right?
Well, I don't know that we need to promote the competition, but
Look at him, he's already got this, the gears are working.
don't worry, you know how my promises are. 3 a penny.
Mm.
We'll be back tomorrow with another recipe. We're counting down to Kitschmas Day.
I have to make a pie crust.
Yes, you do.
From scratch.
Because I had to spend the money that I would have spent on a pre-made pie crust
on
eggs.
Oh, eggs. I don't mind making a pie crust from scratch. It's very easy. Nothing in the house pie blog. Promise you. Her pie crust recipe is perfect. Perfect.
All right.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
Cheers.